Tonight's location for Dave and other investigators is Whittington Castle, in Shropshire. It lies on the English side of Offa's Dyke, which in this area was the Norman boundary between England and Wales. The castle of Whittington may have begun as a Norman manor house, although there is no evidence for this. The site was fortified as a castle for William Peveril in 1138. The castle changed ownership over several centuries, between 1138 through to 1750. The castle's features have changed over the centuries. Some of the stones from one of the towers were removed and taken elsewhere to build a road. The team's researchers managed to find an old picture of what the original castle looked like. One of the most prominent legends concerning Whittington Castle regards the Marian Chalice, thought by some to be the Holy Grail. According to this legend, Sir Fulk Fitzwarren, the great-grandson of Payne Peveril and one in the line of guardians of the Grail and King Arthur. A story from the 13th century states that the Grail was kept in a private chapel of the castle when Sir Fulk was there. The coat of arms of Fulk Fitzwarren is hung above the castle archway. So, what will Dave, Nick, and the other investigators encounter tonight?
Getting a mix of energies running through this. Older and younger people.
As in age or as in spirit?
No, not as in historical age. I'm talking about their age, from an older gentry to young, like children, that are known to have been seen or running around here.
Yeah.
Okay. When I work, I don't always go to the idea of what this particular part of the building was used for. It's more about the people who want to come forward and communicate to let us know what they did at that time. Okay, right, I think we'll go with that. Is it alright for me to just carry on?
Yeah, of course.
I don't know this place. I don't know the history of this place. I don't know if it's seen military action, but from what I'm being told, it has, to a point. And there's a man that keeps coming forward that would have suffered towards the end quite horribly. And it's him that makes my head hurt, because it's almost like his head's been cleaved. It's like there would have been something that would have hit him.
Is that came to you then? Yeah.
But then he's not really saying to me much, actually. I just feel really sick. There's that gentleman. There's also a man in a very, how do I say, it's like a gown, draped over his shoulders, cloak, gown, I don't know how to explain it. And he feels very much more as if he would have been somebody superior, somebody in charge, but I want to go, thank you, okay, say again, thank you, okay. I want to give a date of 1584 to do with this gentleman. I don't know how old this castle is. But 1584 is the one that he's given me. Quite short in stature, but he's quite forceful in his appearance and the way that he comes forward.
Have you got a name of this plot yet?
No, not yet. I'm working on it. I'm still trying to deal with the man that's had his head cleaned off, basically. Okay. Right, what in here? It was in here? Sorry, I'll move. Anyway, I'll move around a bit. Sorry, I'll move. There's something down there. Do you understand about this room having multiple purposes?
Yeah.
From grain store to like a guard room to, I even want to say chapel to a point.
You've got a window that came from the old church behind you, so that might be getting a bit...
Okay, that's fine. It could be coming from that.
Yeah,
okay, but I'm just being told that multiple. This room had multiple uses, and it had. I'm being told occupation. Okay, and the portcullis that there's a, but it's more located upstairs than in this room. Do you understand that?
What, the pork?
The mechanism.
Okay, yeah.
So.
That makes sense.
Would you understand about a head being on pikes here as well?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's what I'm fighting with at the moment, because it's almost like this may have been the place where the deed was done at some point, and I see them being put outside.
Mm-hmm.
So would you understand that?
Yeah, yeah.
That's why that end has got a really heavy energy, because I think that's where they sometimes did bits.
Okay.
So don't you understand that?
Yeah. Might be...
I just see a lot of energy going backwards and forwards. But I also feel as if at some stage, I don't know how, but this room wasn't completely one room. It was two.
Right, okay.
Do you understand that?
Yeah, I thought perhaps, you know, the room that we went in above,
Yeah.
that there wasn't a ceiling, that it might have been like a mezzanine level,
Right.
because lots of the rooms in medieval times were really put, you know, they wouldn't have blocked it off, sort of thing. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure it could have been blocked off at some stage.
Yeah. So what you think? Okay, so because all I'm being told is that Black Prince was here.
Just try it out. Just tell me to breathe that.
Well,
No. Where?
on your end?
Yeah, just try it out.
So show somebody who's done a breath. You just like,
What, at your right side, your left side, at the back?
just here.
Why is that?
If that was you that made that noise, that breath, can you do it again, please?
What's that for noise?
It's a creak. Is it you standing?
It's like a floorboard.
There's a very slight creak coming from over here, but it could.
It's not me. So I'm not moving.
Yeah, I could hear it just over here, isn't it?
Yeah, twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm completely stood still.
If that was you making the creak on the floor, can you do that again, please?
Okay, Tim's just gone.
And again. Cold draft, can you feel that now? Feel that?
Yeah.
Here.
There's something stood near you.
Well, if you're here, can you make your presence known?
Can you touch one of us?
Yes, go here. Are you sitting beside me? It does feel pretty cold here, doesn't it? It didn't just a minute ago.
Seems to be a draft going round.
Can you feel it, can
Yeah, it's a
you?
I
draft
think
going
it's
round.
holding out and it's cold on the knees, is it children? It's right around.
Yeah.
Is it little children?
Bandies and coming down the side of the head now.
You said a right of the head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have had apples in here in the week, so why don't we just get a residual of that? Because we were playing apple.
What, you can smell apples? I can smell apples.
As I say, we did have apple bobbing.
Not been creepy sign, I think. No.
What's that?
No.
Looks like some more legs or something. So it could be a dog. And the way that he moves is a bit
Could be a cat.
So, yes,
Too big.
is your hair so funny,
It's not funny, it's just cold to feel.
alright.
Alright.
That's the next coming.
We should ask him to affect people, didn't we? Are you affecting Dave? you are, can you affect him anymore? Can you make it worse? Sorry.
I'm just wondering if there's anything you said before, Nick, when he said about heads being on pikes.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's really strong.
If you're affecting the people in this room by making them feel sick or giving them a pain in the head, okay, thank you. Could you try something else, please?
Can you touch one of the balls on the floor? They'll light up pretty colours.
Here's you.
Do you mind if I call out a name? Is Judge Jeffries here? It's interesting. The spirits that are walking around at the moment, I see three at the moment walking around. So you've got the man in the cloak, you've got a child that keeps running around. There is a lady that makes herself known as well. And then you've got that other, actually four, you've got that other gentleman with really bad head.
So do you think it's a child that's setting K2s off that?
Yeah. Because the energy it's really free flowing, it's running around, it seems to be going around all of us.
That's where the draft was for me. Obviously I'm sat down here and it was right in my ear.
Keep the lights constantly going.
You did really well to get it all orange like that. Let's try again. Just go a little closer again.
I keep hearing French.
Would it be in French? So I could as in a Norman.
I keep
You
hearing
speak French.
me.
What day?
Didn't do French. I keep hearing. It's like I keep hearing the name Godfrey or Godfrey D or something. I can't hear what the last part is. Godfrey D something. It's French. It would be here. There's like a real angry man in here. Doesn't like us being in here at all. He's got a very strong presence about him. I think he would have been like the master of the house. Governor, master.
So when you say he's an angry man,
Yeah.
in what way? Why is he angry?
I don't think he likes the intrusion.
Right.
So it's not that he's angry per se, as how he would have been. I think he's just angry at the intrusion to his place, his domain, that sort of thing. There's a real gentle side to him as well, but I don't think he likes the changes that have happened to what was his living quarters or his house.
Right.
But I think he also would have been quite a strong or stern master to the property. Right, he's also connected to two children that are here, or he would have had two children here. Okay, thank you. So he's talking. Let me describe him. Actually, he's a little bit shorter than me. He's got longish hair, although I think it would have been kept short, but it's still long, so it's like shoulder length. He's got a bit of growth on his face, more of a beard and moustache. He's greying, so it's like a salt and pepper hair. His dress is very smart, I have to say it does look like he would have been of a Tudor period, but I think it's actually mid-Tudor. Say again. Okay. I'm saying mid-Tudor. He's going to me 1470. So I don't know where that goes in the timeline. So okay. Jacobean? Jacobean, is that before Tudor? Jacobean? Because
Not sure.
I'm not. I don't know if I'm hearing the word Jack, or if it's Jacobean time that I'm being told.
Mhm.
So it's like. But there's a lady here as well that would come forward with him. Would have been part of his service, so she would be more of a maid, or thank you, I'm just being told more a mistress, maid. Okay, thank you. And I'm being told that she would have passed with sickness, cold, sickness. So I understand, thank you. Yeah, so it's like a flu or that sort of thing that she would have passed
Right.
with. But she's connected to him in a way that I think they were together at some point in a relationship. But I think she was more of I'd have to say, more of the maid, that sort of thing.
Mhm.
Even though he was married, so a mistress. But if you don't like us being in here, then you just tell us and you do something to move us on. He's getting a little bit. Why are you here? Why do you keep pressing? Okay. He talks about having lots of books here as well, so he would have been keeping books, not as in like a library, books as in money, or he would have kept money here.
Right.
Okay, we're not after your money, we're not after anything like that, we're just after information about you and this place. Right. Okay. He's talked about not having any respect for his place. Dare I say, he's talking about the people that run this place. It's like, don't have. Sorry, that's wrong. No, it's wrong. Okay. He's saying no, not the people that run the place. The people that walk around this place have no respect for us. Okay. This man's got a cane or a stick as well. I'm just wondering if he's the same gentleman, because he feels the same. He looks similar, but he's got a cane. He's got a very heavy looking jacket on him as well. You know, a coat or jacket.
Yeah.
It could be like a sleep garment or something like that, but he's got other stuff on top. So it makes him look quite big, and actually I don't think he was. I think he was actually quite an average built man rather than a big built man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I have to say, he is a really strong presence. He is making me feel dizzy when he comes forward. And I know we're asking out loud, you know, for him to interact, but sometimes it's like they're not guinea pigs. They're not going to do something that when we ask them to do it when they feel it's right to.
Mm-hmm.
But every time he comes forward to me, I feel, you know, I'm sitting down. I just feel dizzy, like I'm going to fall over. Was that a piece of equipment outside going?
I thought it was then, yeah.
Okay. He's wearing a really an interesting looking hat, I have to say. It looks quite pointy, as if it would be of a triangular shaped hat, but it's quite small. So I don't think the clothes he's wearing are his bed garments. I think they are actual his clothes.
Is this the same guy you picked up before?
Yeah, it is the same. I'm sure it's the same guy, because the guy that was when we very first came into this building, and I walked in and I walked straight out again because I had someone tell me to get out. He has got this really, I have to say, it's an aggressive way about him, but I think it's just his manner. He likes things to be done how he wants things to be done.
Yeah.
But there is a gentler side to him as well. But I think I think he was known to be quite.
That's definitely out there, isn't it? Yeah.
What's that, Dave?
Is it that device of mine again?
Yeah, the 5. It's got a lower number on it now. 588.
Right. Can you set that device up again, please?
It's this one here, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. This.
Yeah, okay, so that's me doing that. Alright. Push.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just change my stance a little bit to make sure I'm a bit more sturdy and see if it happens again. So, are we then, if it's not the gentleman, are we dealing with the lady of this house? The mistress?
He always seems to do something and listens. Yeah. Yeah.
I have to say, you know, it's a really interesting place because I know we're here to obviously talk to the other side of life.
Yeah.
There's so much going on. It's like I know I've got this man standing next to me. He's just making me feel a bit weird.
Yeah.
I keep also seeing a young boy that's smartly dressed as well. That would be of about 7 or 8 years old.
Yeah.
And he's saying to me that he's been seen here also and interacts quite a lot. Then you've got the lady. But I think there's more than one because I think you've got like a servant type person, and then you've got somebody that's more elegant.
Mm-hmm.
I keep hearing it. It's like, can you say your name again, darling? Say it once more. Is it Welsh? I'm not sure if it's Welsh. It sounds like Gwyneth or Gwyneth.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, she's quite pretty. She looks like she would have had quite high cheekbones, quite slender in the face. I keep seeing something through the door. She looks like she's got some sort of something on over her head, as if it's covering her hair. I don't know where this is in this room or who's to do it at the moment, but I'm aware of strangulation, suffocation in this room.
Correct.
And I think it may have been. I'm not quite right. I'm being told it's to do with a female.
Correct.
Okay, so as if it's the female that is being strangulated. And as if the other way around, but it's to do with a female. Thank you, okay, my friend, thank you. It's to do with, it's not a female, it's to do with a female.
Yeah.
Okay? And I have to say, I feel that someone would have lost their life in this over that, in this room. Okay? Do you know what? Every time we talk about this, there's a really horrible cold draft coming out of this room.
Right.
It's making my hairs in the back of my neck stand up.
Yeah.
So Thank you, okay. And it's something to do with the man that resides here. You wouldn't understand like rape here as well, would you? It's like
Possibly,
I'm being
yeah.
told of a rape here.
Yeah.
And it's in my logical head. I'm being told it's like it's the same woman.
Yeah.
And for that action, somebody lost their life over it through. It's like they got captured or found out, caught, that sort of thing. I know I'm getting mixed up.
You are on the right track.
Yeah, it's just what I'm being told is that there is. This is how it's been told to me. Nick, there's two men here. One will have strangled the other. It's about a woman. There's a rape condition around it also. Okay, that's how it's been told.
Right. Okay.
But it's being portrayed slightly different by the actual spirit.
Right.
So it's. I understand. Thank you. So there's right. Just being told the same thing. So.
It's been going off quite a bit, because when we were in that room, we had the door shut and it was going off.
In where?
We were in this room here, where Nick is stood now.
Well, I think there's been activity. There is a lot of activity that happens in that particular room.
In this room.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's weird.
I'll tell you now, I'm getting palpitations.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
I'm getting palpitations then.
And your battery's going funny as well, is it?
Yeah, it's on.
Is it because I've just come in the room?
It's no. it was on 100 minutes. It's now 91.
Right.
So it's a big drop from 100 minutes to 91 minutes.
Yeah.
Plus the IR's infrared's going funny on it as well.
And look at him. You've changed. You don't look like the same person.
Me?
No, you don't. You look totally different.
In what ways it changed?
Well, today, it looks like he's got grey. It looks like he's got grey hair and a beard, and his face looks longer. He's much slimmer.
Is that like the scrying thing? You're not just staring too long?
No, if you look at him, he looks totally different.
I can't really see features of your face.
He looks like an old man, but
I don't know if it's my eyes, but to be fair, what she's saying, I get what she's saying.
Yeah.
On my camera, I can see you, but visually in my eyes, I can't see the features of your face.
Right.
No, you look like an older.
And what were you saying, Nick? The guy you picked up in there
Looks like a grey
had a beard. A beard and a
Oh really?
Yeah.
grey in hair, grey in hair.
Yeah, a grey beard. Oh my god.
Yeah. And that's before you even came upstairs.
You look. Your face
I keep
is
getting
longer.
really.
But you look like.
tingly feeling
I'd say you're
all
probably
over
in your 70s or something. You look.
That was really good what you picked up there, Paul, because like I said, we were the only two here that knew anything about that.
Yeah.
You know, and you just picked up that straight away. And
But I could see him.
yeah.
I could see that he's different. He was different, but like an older man. An older person.
Spirit here, can you come forward and communicate with us? We're not here to disrespect you. Come and touch one of us. Or make a noise.
Make that floorboard creak, that'd be fantastic, please.
It's gone quite dark in there, isn't it?
I think.
Dark.
Did you feel lightheaded when you stood in here?
You just got that, yeah, you did.
Did you? I did.
I was sitting down and I felt really dizzy in there.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you like Paula to be your new maid?
You want to mistreat me? Oh, my head just feels really lightheaded. Maybe I'll remind you of her, do I? Do you feel guilty? Do you feel guilty? Is that why you killed yourself? That's because you're weak. You're not a strong person.
You can't be. It's not proven,
When I
is
was
it?
weak, a weak's a piece of woman. You're a man with a mouse.
Okay. Look, don't keep pushing me. Right. So he... Oh, that's weird.
That camera just gone off.
No, the ultraviolet light's just come on.
What does that mean?
It's just, now it's gone off again.
It's just...
I wondered what it was because it sort of flashed behind me head.
Yeah, no, it's the
Came over here.
yeah.
ultraviolet light keeps kicking in and out on that.
What
so
does that do then?
it's just another light source.
Oh, yeah.
So, right. Bit more information that we may need to get clarified. Because, will you stop poking me in the neck? Right. Yeah, he hid a body.
It hit a body.
From what when I was standing out here, he whispered something to me, so that's why I'm in there, because he was being quiet about it. And he's saying to me that he, it's like he buried her. He hid the body for a while.
Well, you could be right.
Okay.
You could be right.
But and then he's saying to me that actually she was pregnant as well.
Ah, okay.
And that's the reason why he done it.
Right,
So-
yeah. But I hope they come up in a minute, actually, to be honest.
Say again?
I hope they come up. Sue comes up in a minute. So I'm trying to remember the full story. I'm not 100% sure. But I do
Shall I go and get her?
I do think there was a child involved. You could. Do you want me to go and get her?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Is he right about the burial thing?
I'm not sure about that, but I think there was a child involved,
Well, that's what you said to me when it was even in here, wasn't it?
Yeah, I did say to you, didn't I? That there was I'm sure there was a child before you weren't in the room.
What you picked up and then I can tell you.
Okay, we've been all the time we've been up here, we've been dealing with this man that's in here.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start right from the beginning. When we were sitting in there,
Yeah.
I was sitting down on this little paint pot, and actually I was saying I feel really like dizzy. It's a gentleman with beard, like greyish hair. He's quite an authority kind of man.
Man in authority, yeah.
But when I was talking to him, I kept on seeing a bed in there.
Right,
Okay.
yeah.
And I see a table and chair, or desk and chair here,
Yeah.
and then I see other little chairs here. Okay.
Yeah.
But then I've been told about a lady that's here that would have been either a mistress or a maid. That would have been a mistress, maybe. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's also another lady who would have been higher status than her. But I don't know if she's connected to the gentleman.
Okay.
But then what I was being told was, and it was coming forward as if there was like strangulation being given. So someone suffocating or strangulating someone, hands on throat.
Okay.
Okay, and there would have been a passing or a death to do with that also.
Okay.
Do you understand so far?
Yeah, but I've not picked up, we've not had strangulation up here before.
Do you understand about some like a body being hidden here of a girl, a lady, a girl?
Right, okay.
Do you understand that?
We've sort of been told that before, but
Okay.
no evidence of it. But
That's fine. But he's saying what he said to me is, I did it because she was pregnant.
okay.
But then I was being told more of, and this is where my history is terrible, but Jacobean rather than Tudor.
Right. If he's Jacobean era, then there was a lot of there was the Catholic thing, so that they were suspicious of anybody that was that way.
Yeah.
They were more puritanical because you're building up towards the English Civil War, so you're also getting that sort of Puritan feel of things. And also King James had brought in this fear of witchcraft.
Right.
Okay, so there's that side of it as well.
Yeah.
So perhaps anything this would probably be considered witchcraft or magic, wouldn't it? What we're doing.
There was bloodletting in this room.
Okay, because we've had that before, that there's somebody ill in this room. bedridden, so bloodletting was quite a common thing. You know, like leeches and and opening the veins just to.
That was in here. That was here.
Yeah.
That was here.
Oh, in this room?
It was literally there. Someone was laying down here. And I could see blood on the floor, but it's spilt blood. It's not of like someone being jabbed or something like that.
No.
It's blood that's been spilled. I could see someone laying down. There's candles around this person as well. They didn't survive. They passed. Okay. Yeah, they passed in the cot. I want to say
I was
cot.
going to say, is it a child?
Is that a child? Because the bed looks bigger than a cot that we would recognise as a cot these days, okay? And I know your beds back then were smaller. So is that a child? It's possibly. Okay. Yeah, it's a child. Yeah, it's a boy.
Can I tell you what the illness was?
Put up. I know it's hard for you, darling. Okay. Do you know what the problem was with him? What caused his passing? We would call it what? We would call it. Say it again. We would call it smallpox.
Okay.
Come on.
She said to me, we would know it as smallpox.
Yeah.
But she's telling me that he would have had a blue tongue.
Okay.
So
We need to look to see if that was a symptom of.
yeah, that would be really good if you could find that out.
Yeah.
I've got a very faint tap next to me.
Have you?
Yeah, and my hands are in my pocket. They have since we've been in there. Can you do that again for us? Please. That was my belly. That was my belly. Can you tap the wall for us, please? Can you make it louder? What was that?
I heard that then.
Yeah.
We heard that. Yeah.
Thank you. That's great.
Can I just say something? Is that, you know, that machine? Wherever it is, that with the ears on it.
Yeah.
Does it move? That light move?
No.
Oh, how weird. It just looks like it's sort of going like that. It's probably a trigger the light, isn't it?
Your stomach again.
It wasn't me.
What was me?
Oh, me.
It was Dave.
Is it you then?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't me.
When we were showing us around and we walked in and I had to walk out again. Every time I got halfway in, I heard screaming.
Mm.
And it's like women scream, and I had to go out because I kept on hearing, or young scream. So, and I don't know if that means there's someone down there.
Right. Cool.
And that's I have to be honest, that's the general feeling I'm getting from that hole.
Oh, someone fell down there, or someone was thrown down there.
Thrown.
Maybe that's what's not right about it. It's deeper than it should be. It should be deeper than it is.
Well, it's been filled.
Not maybe it then.
So
Maybe it's dungeon.
it got about a metre, haven't you, now? So when it was lights were on, I think you can see it up to a metre, and it's just, I think they filled it in. But I kept on hearing like a scream, not just one scream, screams. So it's more than one person, and I think for different reasons. Either they've been shoved down there, they fell down there, or they've been dropped down there on purpose.
Right.
Logically, a well would be in the main part of the castle, not in the gatehouse. So, but I don't like looking down there because I keep seeing faces looking back at me. I think they've got it wrong.
Who's got it wrong?
I think they've got this.
Well, whoever said.
I think they've got their things wrong. I don't know. Maybe it is a well. It quite possibly is a well.
But you're saying people have been thrown down there.
I get the sense that I don't feel anybody fell down there, like by accident. I think there's probably a case where maybe one or maybe two people were thrown down there on purpose.
So when they were thrown down there, they were alive, and
yeah.
Did they die straight away or did they die slowly?
God, that's a good question. Okay, thank you. And you?
KT's going berserk.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Wasn't it?
I think.
If that's you.
I think one was quite slow, but one broke the neck.
Sense quite a number of different spirits in the whole building.
Yeah.
How many? You like doing horse impressions, you, don't you? What era are we talking?
There's a variety. This is all go back to layers because there's a variety. So I've got. I have to say there's people walking around that look quite dirty, and I think they would have been like. But okay, so I'm being like they got short legs, not short legs, trousers, but they look like like horse handlers and stuff like that. Right. But there's a lady that will be walking around. She's got like a maid's dress on. So you're talking
18th century, or
there's a couple of like you've got Victorian, and then you've got Edwardian. You just come upstairs. Somebody told me something about Edwardian. Then you've got Tudor, Elizabethan.
Can they actually all see each other, do you think, or is it just like a different dimension to them?
I think they can see each other, but they kind of like they're not ignoring each other. It's just like they move amongst themselves.
Right. Is that a temperature on that?
Diesel. Well, sort of diesel.
Well,
that's the REM pod part of it going off.
The other guy, we had dressed up for the night, and he was doing a flaming sword, so I think he might have had a bit of.
Yeah, it's probably on that.
And also they were big.
Okay, so you're not even sure if it's actually the well?
No, we're not really.
Right.
Other people have said
Thank you.
Other people have said it might be an oubliette.
Yeah, because do you know?
I just get a pick.
It's because all the time, you know, when you first showed us around here,
you were on about something down below, weren't you?
I kept on hearing screams, and even now I can hear screams. And when I'm looking down there, I see faces.
Okay.
So, and they've been asking me, you know, what's their purpose of being down there? It's like some have been put down there on purpose, some have been thrown down there. You know, it's like literally. So, and on impact, one lost because he broke his neck. But I see people down there.
Okay. And of course they wouldn't do that if it was a water source, would they?
No, of course not.
No.
And the other question then would be, what's a well doing in a gatehouse? So.
Well, they did need water source, didn't they?
Yeah, but that normally came from the centre of the castle because it's the furthest from any attacking place.
There is a well over there as well.
That's not a well. That's not a well.
With a very interesting night for Dave and his fellow investigators, it was time to call it a night and start the long journey home. Until next time, paranormal friends. Keep believing.